In the Cancer Chronicles today, we go from blood tests to waiting to scans to another emergency department, scan results, treatment, all types of things, all the ups and downs. As I said, I've been playing catch up. So this is in fact the week before Easter. The final day that I am taping this on is the Thursday before Good Friday. Last video I said I think the next video will be the Easter video, but then when I looked at all my videos, I'm like, it can't be the Easter video because so much happened in the week before Easter. So come along with me and see what happened.
All right, I'm at my hospital in Toowoomba once again. Not to go to the hospital, just to go for a blood test because I've gone to my local SNP at Highfields and more than once they've lost my bloods. So I will never go there again. Yeah, there was one day. The first day of the trial, the first trial I ever did. And yeah, it failed and then I had to get ultrasounds to get bloods and everything. It was just a disaster. So anyway, I got out of bed this morning and I woke up, thinking I needed to make an appointment with my GP to get new scripts. I also needed a new script for my new referral for my trial doctor because that had obviously run out and I see him on Wednesday. So I had to get in there. So he gets booked out really quickly. So I thought that I was ringing the minute that the lines opened, and then I was really surprised that I got through because it's a bit like a lottery where you have to just keep dialing and dialing and dialing. Once way back whenever, I tried to get to Oprah when I was going for an America trip and I was going to a wedding in Chicago and I really wanted to see Oprah. So I was a huge Oprah fan back in the day. And yeah, like I rang so much. I would ring up in the middle of the night. I'd get up anyway, rang so much. I never got through. So sometimes it feels like that with my GP, except I do get through. So I've got a bit more luck than Oprah. And I got straight through onto the waiting. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to keep ringing until you get the waiting thing. And then as I was waiting and they're doing their pre-recorded messages, I realised it was open at 7:30 a.m, not 8 a.m. Anyway, it's okay because I got his last appointment for the day at 2:30. At 11:30, Trent is getting braces put on. He got a tooth pulled out last week because he had a adult tooth knock out an adult tooth. And then he had a gap. So now they've made another gap. It looks terrible at the moment. So hopefully it looks a bit more hidden once he's got his braces on. It feels like we absolutely did the wrong thing getting a whole tooth pulled out. It's got a great big gap. He looks like a yobbo. Anyway, I'm just hoping that we've done, we did what the orthodontist said. So hopefully he will have lovely straight teeth in 2 years. In the meantime, I really need to get up because this blood test is time sensitive to get my cortisol levels. It needs to be done around 9 a.m. and it is 9 a.m. now. I think it has to be done in between 9 and 10. Originally, they told me 8 and 9. So goodness knows, or maybe they just said 8. So yeah, let's go start this busy day. Taking a long time today. Oh my gosh, that took so long. I was sitting there waiting for half an hour, which is a long time to wait at that particular place. And then I felt so bad because there was people ahead of me that had arrived before me, but this particular blood test is time sensitive, and I've actually had them tell me different times, so I wasn't sure. I've had them say 8 o'clock before, then I've had them say 9 o'clock, then I've had them say in between 9 and 10, so I wasn't entirely sure. So I got there at 9 and it was 9:30 and they called only the second person since I'd been there, and the first person had also been time sensitive, so she jumped up and said that she was doing chemo in 72 hours, so they took her in. And these other people that were ahead of me, I said, oh look, I'm sorry, but can you just double check the time that I need to get this done by? And they took me in, which then meant she was like, oh, I've got something else I need to get to. And they're like, sorry, we've got to do the triage thing. But then it took half an hour to get it done because I'm on a trial, so it's done differently to usual. There's somebody pulling into the car park next to me. So she got someone in to teach her, but it took so long. And then thankfully she didn't do the actual blood test because she was a newbie, and the person stepped in and did the blood test because I have got difficult veins, and she just went, I'll do this. And I was like, thank God, because I was going to get them to double check. Okay. After that big long wait, I'm going to use my Christmas present. Yay. A little bit of respite. I need to leave. Probably in about 10 minutes. What a delightful surprise. It's got chocolate in. But is it chocolate or Nutella? I'm not a Nutella fan. Chocolate. Okay. We have gone shopping after getting braces put on. Trent has the braces. He is not displaying the braces. Right, Trent?
Just don't feel like it.
Fair enough. I've got a doctor's appointment at 2:30, so we're getting home for that.
There is a person standing in the middle of the road.
Yeah. And Trent, we just bought a poster for him, jeans for him.
And a bunch of stuff for you.
And he got a t-shirt for me.
And other cameras. Big W stuff.
Oh no, they're for the children. A couple more things for the Easter basket.
Ow.
Okay, that's it. Keep going. Okay, I have just arrived in Brisbane. Scan day today. Just in the car park walking up. Oh, here comes a car, maybe, no. So technically, because I had those scans at emergency, I shouldn't be worried at all. There's always a little part of me that's saying, what if something was wrong, or what if they didn't pick up on something, or didn't look at some scan. Also thinking, I've never been worried about my echo before, and then I'm like, I'm not entirely worried, but I'm like, what if something comes up with the heart? And here, for your viewing pleasure, is my scan day outfit, complete with no wire. Whoops, no wire. Got off at the wrong floor. Should have known better. Okay. Thing about this Queensland X-ray at South Brisbane, it's really busy. I am in the waiting room, and it looks like they are going to put the port in the waiting room, which I've had them take them out before, but it's a bit awkward anyway. Because you kind of want to, because I've got the arm port, which is different. I mean, you guys have seen the arm port several times, but you want to kind of rest it on something. Anyway, it'll be fine, but
strange.
It didn't get done in the change room, thank goodness. Went over to proper chair where they had their trolley. Sitting in the waiting room, I got out of my MRI, went to a change room. Sat in one change room, now waiting in another change room to get in for the CT scan. MRI check, CTs check. Now waiting for the ultrasound in the waiting room. An actual waiting room, not the change room. But I don't know, being here makes me think, I hope that they remember me because I want to get out and have lunch, because this is the scan that I needed to fast for. It's now midday and I'm quite hungry.
Thank you so much if you are a new subscriber and you are coming along for the journey. You may not know the next guy who's going to pop up in my video. Those of you who've been around here for a while, of course, might remember Noel. Noel is a young bloke. He is from Newcastle, which I actually don't know how, it would be, I don't know. Noel lives down at Newcastle, near Newcastle, and he has been flown to Brisbane to participate in the trial, and occasionally our days coincide, and I always love catching up with him and his wife Cheyenne. So I had a little catch up with Noel.
A little note as I'm editing. I know we are holding microphones there. It doesn't really sound like they are working. I think because it's all new, I've done something wrong, because it definitely wasn't noise cancelling. I thought that I pressed a button. Anyway, sorry about all the traffic noise there, and hopefully you can work out what we're saying. Cheyenne and Noel, should I get in the picture?
I finished my ultrasound. It's really noisy outside. I finished my ultrasound and Noel was up from Newcastle again, and so I've run across the road and we've had lunch. Probably not the best lunch. Next time we'll frequent somewhere else. Yes. And Noel was getting his treatment, which has all been going pretty smoothly.
Yeah. So I finished up about an hour ago. This was round 10 of my treatment from ever since I started the trial. No issues or anything. No reactions. And that makes it the 5th time in a row now from when I had a reaction last. So no, it's really good. I feel great. Just had some lunch with Caitlin. She's here, so we thought we'd catch up. Always a pleasure, and always a pleasure to catch up on the vlogs, which we've missed. So it's been really good.
I was thinking it's like you're like my little thymic brother. It's like a little thymic carcinoma family.
Yeah.
Terrible family to join. But a lot of love in here, hey?
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just so good when you get to see people in person, because when you've got a rare cancer, you don't get to see people in person.
That's right. You don't wake up, or it's not every day that you have two people that reach out to you and go, hey, I'm from Australia and I've got the same rare cancer as you, let alone actually meeting them. We're still waiting on Amanda to come and have coffee with us.
Yes.
I keep reminding her, and she's always keen.
I'd love to go to Adelaide.
Yeah, me too.
Well.
Me too. Maybe we should go down there.
Yeah,
we should go down there and visit Amanda instead.
Yeah, I think we've all got the problem that we're all paying so much
That's right.
to fight this thing that we don't necessarily always have the money to
Correct.
do all the extra things that we want to do.
Very expensive having cancer.
Yes.
It is really expensive. So anyway, we'll get through it.
We will.
Excellent. Okay, I've got a hard echo to go to.
Yes.
You guys have to go fly away home.
Yep.
And but it's good seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, love it.
Catch up again soon.
Cool, bye.
Bye, guys.
Turn it off. sad update about Noel, though. He was fine in that particular treatment, but when he came down for his next treatment, things weren't looking good in the scanning that they did prior to treatment, and so he was rushed in to get some emergency scans and found that the cancer's growing, and so he's no longer on the trial and looking at options currently of what his next step will be. So keep him in your thoughts. Those of you who pray, keep praying for Noel and their family. They've been going through a lot, so yeah, I think they need all the good thoughts that you can send them.
Okay, I'm just editing a video and wasting time now that Noel has gone. I've got an hour, so I just came to the cafe, got my chai because that's my drink of choice. I'm not a coffee drinker, and when I go out I often don't like getting a tea unless it's like a proper tea. I just hate going somewhere and getting a tea bag. If I'm going to buy tea, I want leaves. Anyway, I'm just editing a video, so thought I'd let you know the next part of my day, and in half an hour I'll go up and get my heart echo. I've rung Alex because I didn't realise the heart echo was so late, so he's going to have to put dinner on because I will arrive there after dinner.
Sometimes just this cancer journey just makes you tired. I just want to not be doing cancer. And so when I got hit a little curveball and wasn't feeling well, I got quite emotional at the thought of traveling home. So go on that journey with me, and yeah, it was a bit crazy.
The day is finished. I'm in the dark car park with bad lighting, so sorry about that. And yesterday I had really severe gut aches, and just before the echo, they just started up. So I've been going through the echo with these bad gut aches. Just went to the toilet. But the thought of driving home now makes me exhausted. And then the thought of having to come down first thing in the morning tomorrow, I just wish I could ask. I don't know whether to go back up. I saw that the receptionist for my doctor was there as I walked past because I went to the toilets on that level. I feel like going and asking the research staff if I could please stay overnight in Brisbane because I just don't feel well. I wonder whether I should. Because it's so close to the end of the day, I feel like that they would have gone home by now. Maybe I'll go back and ask. So I rang up Alex and asked him to work out dinner, and he was like, are you going to stay overnight? And I do actually have a voucher and accommodation for accommodation I had to cancel when my IV steroid accommodation got cancelled. Anyway. Oh, I just don't want to. It's like 8 hours of travelling over these 2 days. 4 hours one day, 4 hours the next day. So I did it. I went upstairs and talked to the receptionist. He said, I'll see what I can do, just wait outside. So I did. So next thing, one of the research girls came down, and just before she got there, you know that tightness I get in my chest, it hit, and I've been struggling all night with reflux. So when she got there, I was feeling teary and sore, and so now she said go to emergency. So now she can't guarantee that the trial will pay for my accommodation, which doesn't deserve the tears that I've got right now. Me to drive home and then drive back. Anyway, she wants me to go to emergency. So now I'm like going to go and sit in emergency for hours. Only to be released with them happy. Either that or they'll send me to hospital, I don't know. But just what I want. Anyway, I understand that she saw me very upset and she has to send me to emergency. I understand. It's just going to be hours. I hate emergency. I really hate emergency. So anyway, whatever. I just have to do what I have to do. Okay, I have to get up there.
Now, obviously I pulled myself together and then filmed this next little bit about my bag and went on my way.
Look at this. I almost didn't pack my overnight bag and I've forgotten to pack my medicine. I actually thought this morning as I was taking it, I was running late. I thought, oh, just trying to get out a book, a diary. I did that when a group of beautiful ladies put together a day for me. Anyway, I thought I should put my medicines in, but I didn't because I'm like, oh, it's going to make me late and I'm not going to need them. But anyways. Well, I don't think I should have asked for accommodation. It's landing me in ED. But anyway, better safe than sorry. 7:40. So a lot quicker than Toowoomba EDs. So that's good. Plus, I'd done all the scans today, so they didn't have to go through any of that rigmarole. He could just access that or talk to the people he needed to. My stomach, I just went to the toilet again. My stomach's playing up. I kind of haven't even made up my mind now whether to just stay overnight or not. The girl said, you should definitely not be going home. But then the doctor went, well, where's she from? And I'm like, Brisbane. And he goes, exactly. Like, Toowoomba people come down to Brisbane all the time. You're used to the Brisbane drive. And she's all just overreacting. So yay for that. My phone's almost flat. Don't have my phone thing. I don't want to drive home. I don't know. I'll ring Alex. But my medication's at home too, so I could go home and get that. I was the friend who was going to drive with me tomorrow. Wanted to use my car, so she'd have to catch a bus. So be easier for that. Then I can drop the kids to their piano lesson tomorrow before coming back. Yeah. There's pros and cons, and I'm probably thinking of driving home.
Another edit, because I was just wondering whether anybody is wondering, why didn't I have someone drive me down that day? Well, normally when I drive down for scans, they're all pretty straightforward. I'm not getting anything pumped into my body, so I can normally handle a drive there and back. And I really don't mind it. I don't mind having that time by myself. Like, it's great when people drive me down and I get to chatter away to them. But being on my own is fine too, and I get to listen to audiobooks. I get to have a good prayer time. I'll often put some type of devotional on. So yeah, I really don't mind having that time on my own. So that's why on scan days, I just drive myself, but it just backfired on that particular day.
I did make it home. I think I've gone into explaining why, but it just got to a point that after I'd sat down in the ED for a while, I was feeling a bit better. Didn't feel like going home, but just thought, I'm just going to do it, particularly because I hadn't planned to stay overnight and I had the wrong car and a whole heap of reasons. So I'm going to go straight to the next day.
Okay, I am getting ready to go to Brisbane again, and I thought I'd put this shirt on that I was wearing the other day, but I've realised this, the light's wrong. That looks like a hickey, so I'm going to have to find a different shirt. And that is just one of the stickers. Actually, that really hurt when I took it off last night
from the ECG while I was at emergency, and I do need to update you on all that situation, but there was a lot of traffic coming home last night, and I got home at 20 to 11, so I was too tired to update you, and now I'm trying to get out, get my kids to piano, and then get down to Brisbane again. So, yeah. Okay, so can you remember how I went up and got my bloods, and it took an hour to get it because I had a newbie and they were busy and all the rest of it? Well, I did that because I had to get it done by a certain time, and I arrived today and found out that my bloods needed to be done within a 48-hour window. So they were done at 10 o'clock, and my appointment was at 12 o'clock, and that meant the window had passed and they had to take bloods again. Anyway, I'm here after all the drama of last night, getting home at 11:37. It took forever. Sorry, there's nurses around. It took forever because there was roadworks. So I think when I decided to come home, if I had have known how long it was going to take, maybe I would have made a different decision. But at least this way, Jonty needed the car. So at least he has the car. We were able to hook the trailer up, put the motorbike on so he can take that out to the farm. And yep, and then I dropped kids off at the piano lesson this morning. Alex was picking them up, but I've neglected to tell him the piano teacher's new address. So that was my bad. And then I missed his messages asking. Then picked up my friend Jody, and Jody drove Jody drove Jonty's car there, which is kind of nice. She's familiar with that car because we bought it off them. It's a manual, so that Jonty could learn on a manual. So that's his car that he uses to get to and from uni and all the rest of it. But it's a family car, so when Trent's ready to use it, hopefully Jonty will be ready to buy his own car. And I have no idea how we're going to share cars when we get to the triplets. I have no idea how we are going to do all the hours required of learner drivers with the triplets. I think that'll be 300 hours. Anyway, I'm here now. I haven't heard my results yet because I'm waiting for the new blood test results. Almost home. Another day stuck in the roadworks. And yeah, I've been yakking away with Jody. Once again, always good to chat to Jody. And you had a work day.
Had a work day. Yes, a couple of meetings. Did some stuff.
Yep.
Had a lovely walk through South Bank.
It's convenient, you working at South Bank and me just being up the hill.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you. Jody had some work to do, and she's like, do you need to go to the hospital anytime soon? And I'm like, yes, I do. So, and I don't think I've said to the video that I had a good report from Dr. Coward. I don't know where to say the name. Had a good report from the had a good report from the doctor that had one of the metastases is down to 0. It's not there anymore. So hopefully we can just hang on tight with the arthritis and try and get some more of those tumours down to 0. That would be so good. Anyway, we're almost home. We're just going up the Toowoomba Range. Oh, sorry. Thanks for making it to the end. I'm just so glad that I had a good scan result, even though I knew that it was a good scan result, but the fact that it was even better than I thought was just so exciting. So thank you guys for following along, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be Easter. It will be this time. See you later.